So unfortunately, poop is a taboo topic in our culture, but it is really so important and tells us so much about our health. So first up, what is a normal bowel movement? So you want to be going 1 to 3 times daily, but if you do skip an occasional day here or there, not a big deal. Easily evacuated. You don't want to be sitting on the toilet for a half an hour trying to get it out. You do want it to feel complete. So after you go, it shouldn't feel like there's still more. It shouldn't have this heaviness around your rectum. Sausage or snake shaped. We're going to take a look at the Bristol stool chart on the next slide. You want it to be brownish in color. There are some exceptions, which we will also discuss. And it should not feel urgent. You shouldn't feel like you have to run, have to go this exact second, or you're going to have an accident. Shouldn't feel painful. It shouldn't float most of the time, and you don't want it to have a greasy or oiliness around it. And you want it to be a medium to larger volume. Here's our trusty Bristol stool chart. So on the left, we have constipation. Type 1, we have like rabbit pellets, so they're just little hard lumps. Type 2, sausage shaped, but it's still lumpy. It's very dry. Type 3 is technically normal, but it is more on the side of constipation. So it's like a sausage. It is formed, but it has cracks showing that it is a bit dehydrated and drier. So when stool sits in your colon longer, the water gets reabsorbed and you are left with a drier stool. And then on the other side, we have diarrhea. So type 5 are soft blobs with clear-cut edges that are easily passed. Type 6 is fluffy pieces with ragged edges. So this is a very mushy stool. Type 7 is watery, no solid pieces, entirely liquid. And then we have our ideal poop, number 4. So it is like a sausage or a snake. It is smooth and soft and easily passed. So some reasons for constipation, for those ones on the left side, could be not enough fiber, a bacterial overgrowth, slow motility, poor hydration, and to note that constipation is a major cause of bloating. So we need to get things going. And reasons for diarrhea, or those types 5, 6, 7, could be a bacterial overgrowth like SIBO, could be a bacterial infection like H. pylori, too much fiber, or maybe too much of a certain type of fiber like insoluble, too much stress, and maybe a food intolerance like a lactose intolerance is a major cause of diarrhea. Let's take a look at our colors. So brown is normal poop color. And then we have reddish. So it could be because of something red that you ate, like beets or dye. It could also signify bleeding in the lower gut or your rectum area. A white or light colored stool could be because of an antidiarrheal medication. It could also be because of not enough bile. Black or dark brown stool because of iron supplementation or bismuth supplements like Pepto-Bismol, or it could be bleeding in the upper digestive tract. Bright red stool. It could be because of drinks or dye again. Could be because of hemorrhoids. So there's bleeding right at the rectum. And then bleeding in the lower digestive tract. A yellowish stool could mean too much fat in your stool, too much fat in your diet, or that your body is not properly breaking down the fat. It could also mean a small intestinal infection. Green stool could be because you ate something green, could be because of antibiotics, or a bacterial infection. So this is helpful to get an idea, but there's still a lot of reasons for different color stool. So in addition to considering the actual texture of your stool, you really want to look at the volume. So if you're having very small volume, this could be because of constipation. It could be poor emptying, maybe because of a pelvic floor dysfunction. Medium is generally good. Large can also be great as long as it's not like massive amounts. But a large amount can signify just that everything is working properly. But too much could be diarrhea or too much fiber. So what I want you to start looking at is, are you having like 4, let's say, or 3 bowel movements a day? You're like, great, I'm having 3 bowel movements. That's just what she said I should. But they're all really small. this could be still constipation. So I would rather you have one large or medium poop daily and it feel complete and it's soft and well formed than like a bunch of little poops daily. So some tips for getting some better poops. Use a squatty potty or a stool just to get in a better anatomical position for pooping. So you want your knees elevated from your hips. You could flip over a trash can and use that, or just your kid's stool, whatever you have. Do some belly breathing. So really try to relax before you go to the bathroom or when you're sitting on the toilet. Do some deep belly breaths. Feel your belly expand and retract, and just take the time to slow down. You can do an abdominal massage. So there is something called the I Love You, which is a favorite. I will attach a handout of how to do that exactly, but essentially you're just massaging your colon in the direction it goes to help stimulate that, that bowel movement. And then you can create like a morning routine to go. So drink your water or some hot tea, even coffee, get in the habit, and then take time to go sit on the toilet and give yourself time. Don't be so rushed. And don't hold in your bowel movements. So I know there are so many people that are afraid to go in public. Guess what? Everybody does it. Like there's nothing special about you. There's nothing embarrassing about it. If you have to go, you should go. Don't hold it in, because that is going to train your body to just hold it in and can lead to constipation. Start your day with a warm beverage, hot water with lemon, tea, coffee. If you are constipated, if you have diarrhea, I would maybe take it easy on the coffee, but we'll talk more about that. Okay, so some things that you can do right now. I want you to do the transit test. So this is where you eat 1 cup of cooked beets or 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds, and then note that time that you eat them, and then the first time that you see them in your stool. And then after that, any other subsequent time that you do see them in your stool. So the beets may make your stool look reddish, purplish, and then you should see the sesame seeds in your stool. Ideally, we want 12 to 24 hours for that to show up. But then if we keep seeing it, let's say you see the first one at 12 hours, but then you keep seeing it at like 40 hours. That's also something to note. So keep me posted on that. And then start looking at your poop. Go back, look at the Bristol stool chart, the color, the volume. Really keep track of all of that for a bit to get an idea of what is normal for you. If you are constipated, we need to get things moving. We cannot increase fiber. We cannot really address anything else until we get you going in a rhythm. So if you are constipated, I would recommend taking 400 milligrams of magnesium citrate at bedtime. You can look at my Fullscript supplement dispensary for some recommendations. Try that for 3 days. And then if you do not have a bowel movement, increase to 600 milligrams. Do not exceed 1,000. Also increase slowly. It sometimes takes your body a little bit of time to catch up. I would also recommend at this point for everyone to start taking a prebiotic or soluble fiber supplement. You can start with 1 teaspoon daily for a week, then increase by 1 teaspoon weekly until you reach the full dose. If you experience increased bloating, definitely decrease the dosage. But my favorite for most people is going to be PHGG. This is partially hydrolyzed guar gum or sun fiber. And these, again, are in my Fullscript supplement dispensary. But I really love the PHGG because it is a great prebiotic. It is tolerated by most people. Akasha is also great. I love psyllium husk as well. If you're confused about this, just reach out to me. Okay, so those are some big action steps for you to get started with, and let me know if you need any support.